Galilee was a crowded place with a mixed population, with customs often at odds with one another. A people who were contentious and looked down on, a place where poor tenant farmers were commonly abused by wealthy landowners from Judea, a country at war with the Romans and within itself. I think sometimes we have a wrong picture of how it was in Jesus' time. We see people wearing sandals, strolling by the Sea of Galilee, occasional storm, but otherwise a very peaceful society. It really, really was not the case. And I will continue with this and then I'll come back to something. Into this turmoil of mid-first century Galilee, Jesus and his movement were born. And the first community of his followers, all Galileans, was set on a collision course with crisis. We need to unlearn our old picture of Judaism of Jesus' day. It was not the monolithic religion we usually imagine, but one rife with pluralism. And what it means is this, that within Judaism, there were different sects, there were divisions, there were arguments, there was conflict, there were Sadducees, Herodians, followers of John the Baptist, scribes, priests, Levites, and of course, the famous or infamous Pharisees. And when I have been preparing for this overview on the Gospel of Matthew, what has really encouraged me and really spoke to me, and maybe because of a personal situation I find myself in at the moment, is how much conflict Jesus had to live through. That Jesus' ministry was never devoid of conflict. And we mentioned this in the Gospel of Mark, where we said that when Jesus meets with people, the sparks are flying because he brings such a radical message into the world that it collides with people's worldviews. And Jesus does that, but he lives in the society that it's almost like a blister ready to burst. And this blister is going to, in fact, burst when there's a fall of Jerusalem. So obviously Jesus ministered when Jerusalem was still standing, when the temple was still standing, but later on it was destroyed. And Jesus lives in these gathering clouds of darkness before this massive political storm.